Are you ready? Just like a game, to beat Kim Sung-jun, you need to get up close, roll him down, and don't let him breathe. Ikain immediately acted, rocketing toward Kim Sung-jun, grabbing his waist and rolling down the stairs together. What a crazy move. This was his golden chance. Kim Sung-jun barely managed to get up, but Ikain came in like a tornado with a kick. Ikain mercilessly knocked his opponent down, wildly attacking Kim Sung-jun's right leg. He knew he had to cripple the guy to secure his win. Kim Sung-jun barely managed to punch, but Ikain was on fire. His crazy punches and kicks left Kim completely defenseless. Ikain announced that Ikain won, and suddenly, that yellow-haired boss was too scared to fight back, just watching his hero get taken down. Ikain had just come from a fierce fight, and still hadn't caught his breath when Ikain popped up, teasing like a pro. When he mentioned Ikain and Kim Sung-jun rolling down the stairs, he laughed so hard he could barely stand like out of a slapstick comedy. I always knew Ikain was no ordinary guy, but I didn't expect him to risk it all. This guy is the real deal. Ikain shrugged and said it was just personal curiosity, as casual as if he was critiquing a sports player. To him, real fighting wasn't just about fists, it was about the aura, like an epic battle of vibes. He didn't trust those cocky, so-called tough guys. To him, they didn't have a leg to stand on. Suddenly, Ikain's phone lit up, and people nearby questioned him about why he hadn't gone to his tutoring class yet. He turned to Jang Yoonki for help, dripping blood. There's no way I can go home looking like this. He had to change his vibe, couldn't let his parents see him like this, and Jang Yoonki boldly agreed. Their relationship was quietly changing from awkward to close, with Jang Yoonki even handing him a bottle of BB cream. Watching him leave, he couldn't help but sigh. This guy is something else. Meanwhile, Hyung and his lackeys were fretting like ants in a hot pot, brainstorming plans. They feared the consequences of Kim Sung-jun's injury spreading would be disastrous. The next day, Dad instantly noticed the injury on Ikain's lips and inquired if he had sustained it while playing basketball. This kid, so easy to fool. Kim Sung-jun, humiliated by Ikain, was publicly scolded by the second-year boss, losing all dignity. Fighting isn't an exam. It's not a matter of scores, but rather about who can endure until the end and emerges the true victor. Forced to stand there, Kim Sung-jun looked like a pitiful puppy, battered and exhausted at the school gate. Jin Youngki frantically called his name, dialing for help, Ikain's warning echoing in his ears. Don't you dare call for help. Ikain was rushed to the hospital, flashbacks of sad scenes appearing in his mind. When he woke up, his first thought was to escape the hospital and rush to class. When his parents arrived, Mom anxiously checked on his injuries. It felt like a dramatic family showdown. Meanwhile, those who had laughed at him finally grasped the truth, and they felt guilty as hell. When Mum saw that Ikain's injuries weren't serious, she breathed a sigh of relief while Dad asked what happened. Jang Youngki claimed Ikain slipped on the steps, desperately trying to make it sound believable. Even with that excuse, it didn't quite stick. The topic shifted, and Dad asked about the kid's grades. Jang Youngki awkwardly admitted his poor grades, quickly apologizing and leaving in a daze. Ikain kept apologizing to his father, his face etched with deep guilt, for he knew full well that his actions had worried everyone. Kim Jong-un confronted Ikain, asking him if he dared to play basketball again, while the second-year leader, filled with anger, demanded answers from him. Why didn't you bring Ikain over? Is this guy really that tough to handle? Kim Jong-un wasn't about to admit defeat, asserting confidently that he had already beaten Ikain yesterday, so he wouldn't dare be cocky. But he was still ordered to go retrieve him. His so-called achievement went unrecognized. Soon after, the boss found Ikain's classroom and confronted him, demanding to know if he saved Kim Ikain. Ikain remained silent, his calm gaze still as ice, unleashing the boss' fury as he demanded an answer. The atmosphere suddenly turned tense, and Yoonki quickly stepped up, declaring if this continued, I'd have to find the teacher. The other mocked, are you his spokesperson? No, just his biggest fan. The boss demanded a post-lunch meeting for revenge, warning of worse if late. After school, Ikain showed up as promised, directly asking the boss to go easy on Yoonki, totally unexpected. The boss couldn't help but laugh, thinking Ikain had some guts, but the past wouldn't just get swept away. The boss declared his intention to give Ikain a thorough lesson, vowing to beat him so severely that merely hearing his own name would send shivers down his spine. Is he serious about this? Ikain fought back, landing a punch on the boss, and to everyone's surprise, the boss didn't see it coming. But the boss quickly adjusted, and just like that, the tables had turned. Unexpectedly, in a critical moment, Cheng Jin kicked the boss down, and his lackeys rushed in to jump him. Faced with overwhelming odds, Ikain was nearly knocked out, but in that moment, he made his final stand. With one punch thrown, the scene became incredibly thrilling and breathtaking, prompting the lackeys to hastily attempt to rush in and save the situation.